Hi everybody and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. This reading is for Aquarius for the 21st of January 2019 and it's a general reading, so may not suit everyone, but hopefully there's a message here just for you. So enjoy. Okay, let's have a look at these top three cards now. We have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. Now, have you maybe ran into something that you felt was wrong, and you wanted to know exactly what was happening and how things occurred in this way, because it's something that you're not really maybe happy about. And after this has happened, you've ran in and possibly made a few mistakes along the way, because all you're doing just now is reacting. But what you're going to do after that hasn't been planned for. You haven't looked at the big picture because you're so focused on this particular one issue that the things that are going on round about it, haven't touched you in any way. So you could be reacting to this particular incident, but you may not have all of the information. You may think that something has happened, but you may, have picked it up wrong, maybe be a little bit confused about who said or who done what. Or it could even be that, you're maybe getting half truths from someone. And do you maybe begin to realise that you've been a little bit narrow-minded in your decisions? And you've had to take a moment to stop what you're doing and how you're reacting, because all you're doing is making the situation worse for you, because of the way that you're reacting is going to damage the relationship of the person that you're reacting to. So you could be hindering yourself in a relationship here because of the way that you're running in to make your thoughts known without actually knowing all the facts. Let's put all these cards over to the side. Okay, now we have the Two of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse. Now, are you trying to keep a balance here? And it could be that, it may have something to do with money at some point, but, this is a Pentacles card. It's about resources. It's about people, it's about time, it's about things. There's so many different things that this could, encompass, that it's all about keeping a balance between the things that you're doing. And it could be that you are in crisis mode. Something's happened here that has knocked you off balance, and you're having to, to try to keep things on an even keel while you work things out. And you do have a steady mind. You are good at working things out in a crisis. Now, could the crisis be something to do with a person in your family? Because the next card is the Ten of Cups. and there's a little bit of unhappiness here. It could be that someone is doing something that they maybe promised they wouldn't do, or they're maybe arguing about something with you, and there's a general unhappiness here, and a detachment from each other. And it could be that your reaction to whatever, this is, the problem that's within the family, are you maybe taking very harsh actions against it? Because this is quite a rocky situation and you're having to balance whatever this disagreement or action is. And you're so against whatever this is that your reaction has been extreme. Now, let's move on to the next set of cards, and we have the Page of Swords, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Wands, also in reverse. Okay. Now, you are quite an intelligent person. You're quick to pick up on things, but you determine everything on the truth. And, you don't get the truth, then there will be hell to pay. Because, that will be another reason to react in a way that shows how unacceptable lying is. And you want to know what has happened, but you want it in a black and white way. You want to know whether the person has done the right thing or the wrong thing. But sometimes, especially when you're working in a crisis situation, things aren't always black and white. Because other people can make decisions too. And their decisions can affect how you respond or how you act. So, for whoever this family member is, whatever they have done that has made you react in this extreme way, you're not really giving them the chance to explain the full details. Because you're so, and moving on to the Nine of Cups in reverse, you're so annoyed and dissatisfied with them as a person. And is there maybe a little bit of, I told you this would happen? You didn't listen to me? Are you maybe rubbing your experience into that person's face? And that's just making the situation worse, because you're both becoming more angry. And, then you are in a crisis situation. Because if you're so angry, you're not really going to listen to each other. And moving on to, the Page of Wands in reverse again, are you maybe disenchanted with this whole situation? And you just don't want to know about whatever this is. You don't want to move into this new area of discussions. So it could take a little bit of time for you to actually remember that it's a person that you're talking about, not the action that's happening or the reaction that's happening. Because at the core of all of this is the person. Now let's move down and we have the Six of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Now, this person, may be a friend, an old friend, but it's most likely that, it's someone within your close family, like your child or maybe your brother or sister. Someone who's close to you, someone that you have unconditional love for, and you're happy to try to work things out with this person. May take you a little bit of time to reduce all this anger, but the person is someone that's worth the effort. And you get to this place where you want to find out the larger story. You want to sit down in a calm way and look at everything that happened. Who said what, who did what, how did this happen? And actually start to look below the practical side of things, and maybe look at the intentions of what was said and how it was said and what was done, and it could be that it gives you a different view on what all of this upset has been about. Because, there is, and looking at the Page of Swords again, a very similar thing going on here, because you need to look below the surface. You need to dig out all of the things that are underlying about what happened, about the practical things that happened here. And then you may realise that all of this annoyance and anger and discipline that you have placed upon this family member or child's head has maybe been an error in judgment because of the way, you reacted to it, that you may have caused more unhappiness than you did to try to solve the problem. So you've maybe caused yourself more pain than you should have done. Now let's move on to the next set of cards, and we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, you may have lost more trust in this person than you've managed to retain. Because your reaction to this situation has been extreme. So you've lost something here. Because maybe in looking at the Seven of Pentacles, did you maybe try to assess the situation too quickly? You ran in, pardon me, looking for the answers, but those answers were the superficial answers, the ones at the top, not the ones that you had to dig down deep for the real reasons of why everything happened. So it could be that you've missed out on, an opportunity here with this person. And it's just left disappointment all round. Because the opportunity you had was to show this person that you would be there for them, that you would try to make life as easy as possible, that you would help them to find the best way to resolve issues, and help them to do it in a quick way so it's less stressful for everyone. So that, the practicality of living and your experience and your, you know, logical way of living and providing for the people that you love was an opportunity for you to demonstrate all of that. But because of your reaction, it's maybe damaged that a little bit. But the thing is that, you are, both of these cards are very strong personalities, and you do want to offer stability, and you do want to be someone that, they can go to in a time of need, and you are a confident person, and, you are someone who likes to be in charge. But you're also a very reasonable person, and you use that intelligence to work problems out in the best way possible. Now, and moving on to the Ace of Pentacles here, you haven't totally destroyed this relationship. There's still a lot of love there. And there's still a lot of time that this person has for you. Because there is a way to resolve this harsh feeling between you. And it will take time. It will take good experiences, a comfortable relationship. But it is something that you can create. You can create the world that you want to have. But you need to put the effort into it. But this is a goal that you can achieve. You can do this. Now we have the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. Now, have you run into something that you thought had went badly wrong and you were determined to fix it, but you didn't know all of the information? And how you reacted then was maybe not quite as, realistic or accurate, because you didn't really know all of the ins and outs. And it could be that you maybe did make matters a little bit worse, both for the other person and for you, because you didn't really wait to find out all of the information. So maybe taking a step back before jumping in is something that you can maybe achieve in the future to save this relationship. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope I haven't sounded too lectury. If this reading has, reflected something that's going on in your life, then I do hope that this has maybe opened your eyes a little bit to how things are being approached, and maybe everything that you're being told is maybe not, the larger truth of the situation. That maybe, the actions that have been done by your loved one was the best of a bad bunch. Maybe that was the only thing that this person could do in such a bad situation. So the action in isolation seems bad, but when you look at the bigger picture, it was probably the best thing that could have been done, or the only option that the person had available. Okay, I'm going to stop blethering now, and I hope that this has helped you in some way, even if it's just 1 or 2 cards. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.